right, guys, so we are going to get started about Nearpod 101. Nearpod is this great tool that we have. It's something that can make your teaching a little more interactive. I'm just going to kind of give you a brief overview. So if you will go to nearpod.com, just up here in your Omnibar, there's 3 different ways you are able to get into it as a teacher. This is what your library is going to look like. Over to your left, you just got different options. So if you wanted to look up anything in particular, such as the election, because we know that's coming up, you can have, there's several different options. Now, the good thing about this is you can already take a slideshow that you have in Google Classroom or Google Slides and just add it, which if you didn't know, you can type up an Omnibar. All right, so if you go to Google Slide, if you start a new one, you can input your Google Slides into Nearpod and it'll show up. But you can also take your work on Google Slides and then have an add-on where you can add the things. You just have to go to add-on. You would go to get add-ons. I already have it. Nearpod, open Nearpod. And on my right, so here I'm building my slideshow. If I wanted to do a new slide and I decided, I'm going to insert one of my different Nearpod applications. You actually won't be able to do anything until you transfer it to Nearpod, but it's kind of like a placeholder that you'll be able to do. All right, for some reason it's not working, but that's okay. So there is the option to do it in Google Slides. If you are in Google Classroom, as I said, here we've got the different things. I've decided I'm going to do this one. I click on it. You can definitely modify anything that you want. You can make accommodations. There are different options for things that you can do in here. All right, so here is my presidential debates. I've decided, you know what? I really like this one after I previewed it. And I have decided I want to maybe work on it a little bit, and that's going to show up in my library. So here is, I go to edit. So it's not going to let you actually have like the original lesson because people have already created that, but you can do your own. There are videos to collaborative board. Collaborative board is going to be very similar to Padlet, like exit, slips, all that kind of good things. As slide, there's different options. You can do a video, slide, web content, vocabulary, Nearpod. This is for science. Have a field trip. I will be careful though if you have a student who has a seizure disorder, you might want to be careful with that. Graphing calculator, videos, Sway. This is very similar to just creating content and having students record it. Slideshow, audio, PDF viewer, or you can choose an activity. Time to Climb is a great game that the kids can use to review. Have an opening question, matching pairs, quiz, Flipgrid, memory test, fill in the blank, poll, collaborate board, or draw it. A whole bunch of different cool options. You can also have great way to keep your content, and if you are finished with it, you just hit save and exit, and then you would share it with your class. And there are several different things that you can do. You can do live participation or student